comes from pointing the finger at somebody.
Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us, deleted her Instagram, brought it back with some of the posts missing. Well,
watch Justin on Jane the Virgin in his role of Raphael, and you love that character. He's so wonderful.
The Leg, the fight between Blake Lively and Justin Bologna, the film adaptation of it, ends with Ustensi intensified G, author Colleen Hoover, to delete all related photos from her Instagram, has accused Baldoni and SH of conducting a smear campaign, which he denies, and of defamation claims. Initially supported Lively publicly, but has since removed all promotional content involving both actors in a desire to distance herself from the escalating dispute. The trial is set for March 2026, with the judge cautioning against media influence on the proceedings.
A deleted Instagram post exposed. Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us, deleted her Instagram, brought it back with some of the posts missing. Well, I think it was Candace Owens, somebody on her team, or the Blake photos deleted. Colleen Hoover reactivated Instagram, but all of Blake and It Ends With Us posts are gone. Now, I don't know if they're all still gone, but here's the one that I believe Candace Owens shared that is now back up. So she said, as Blake's friends and sisters for over 20 years. So Colleen Hoover shared what other actors who were friends with Blake shared. So this is a sharing of that, but it was deleted, which, is telling. As Blake's friends and sisters for over 20 years, we stand with her in solidarity as she fights back against the reported campaign waged to destroy her reputation. Throughout the filming of It Ends With Us, we saw her summon the courage to ask for a safe workplace for herself and colleagues on set. We are appalled to read the evidence of a premeditated and vindictive effort that ensued to discredit her voice. Most upsetting is the unabashed exploitation of DV survivors' stories to silence a woman who asked for safety.
Justin Baldonably disturbed following Blake Lively's lawsuit in a re. In the interview, he felt drained, and he texted his best friend and company president saying he wasn't in a good place. He acknowledged he is, hedged in by being overwhelmed and lacking time to recover or heal. Experiencing material success has taken a toll on both him and his family. His affect deep distress, stating how the legal battle and surrounding controversy have weighed on him the site. Theon has clearly left him struggling, and how much the ongoing turmoil has impacted his well-being.
They're carried to excess that end up being harmful to both men and the women and the people in their lives. Nothing good ever comes from pointing the finger at somebody. Like if we were in a conversation and we didn't know each other, and I was coming at you like this, your instinct. This morning I sent a text message to my best friend Jamie and the president of my company, Tara. And I told them that I wasn't in the best place. I told them that I was exhausted, that I haven't given myself time to recover or time to heal. I had a intense year, a lot of material success, and a lot of emotional stress. It's very hard on me and my family.
Before B. Beforvely's lawsuit, Hoover openly praised Justin Baldoni, calling him a great man and expressing her admiration for his work and deep respect for his contributions to it.
This in response to that filing. She wrote, Blake Lively, you have been nothing but honest, kind, supportive, and patient since the day we met. Thank you for being exactly the human that you are. Never change, never wilt. Okay, so she didn't exactly throw him under the bus, but how is the public supposed to read that? We're reading that you support her, so to some degree you must believe her. Not that there's not a reason that you wouldn't believe her, but did you hear out Justin? By the way, we just got that clip of her speaking about Justin before all of this. So here is Colleen Hoover before she got Blakefied. Take a listen.
I feel like readers know what they know what they want to see when it comes to a book that they're so passionate about. And I think a lot of times that can be overlooked. But Justin, from the very beginning, was so adamant on including them because they're the ones, who made the book see the success it saw. And so it's very important that you capture the things that they loved. in the movie. And they involved, had a contest and involved several readers in getting to be there for the script reading, and they were very open and receptive to their feedback. I know that their feedback actually changed some of the things in the script for the better, and I just thought that was brilliant. I watched Justin on Jane the Virgin in his role of Raphael, and you love that character. He's so, he's so wonderful. And Justin in general, like, I'm just a fan of his, on his Instagram and his TikTok pages, and it was kind of scary. I was like, no, I don't want to see you.
Makes sense for businesses of why you want to look into these stats sometimes to see how you're performing. And so here is Colleen's social blade, which shows you on that right-hand side media for the last 30 days. She's removed 5 of those posts that she had up. And so that's incredibly interesting. But we should also, by the way, take a look at social blade while we're there and note the consequence has been terrible for Blake and Ryan in terms of people following them. Look at these metrics of their followers. This is Blake Lively, okay? That tells us there at the bottom that over the last 30 days, she has lost 397,000 subscribers, okay? That is not a small amount. If you similarly go over to Ryan Reynolds.
Candace being vocal on this case has highlighted how Colleen's media have backfired, with Lively and Ryan Reynolds facing massive follower losses. This line contrasted with Justin Baldoni's Baldonin followers, showing the internet's disapproval of the situation involving Lively and Reynolds.
And she also removed some people that she was following. That is true. She had been following 2,975 accounts. Now she is following 2,964. So it's clear that she's been going through her IG and making changes. Maybe I made a mistake, but earlier I did not see Hoover following the newly minted Z-list actress. However, it has now been brought to my attention that at this moment in time, Colleen Hoover is following Taylor Swift's former bestie.
Colleen Hoover has been making changes to her Instagram and unfollowing some accounts. She followed 2,975 accounts, but now follows 2,964. Initially, she wasn't following a certain actress, but later it was revealed that she was. Shiloh's, Taylor Swift's former bestie and Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband, but not Justin Baldoni.
And not only that, Colleen Hoover is still following also on IG the ex-husband of Scarlett Johansson. But you know who she is not following? This dude. That's right. Colleen Hoover is back on the IG, is at this very moment in time still following Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, but she is not following Justin Baldoni. And that's not the end of it. There is a theory for why Hoover deleted her posts with the uncredited director of It Ends With Us, and it has nothing to do with her now supporting Justin Baldoni, because she's not. Theory is she just deleted those photos because even though her comments on IG are limited, she didn't want people commenting on them, the posts, even her fans, some of who feel very upset and betrayed by her. And now they're going to be even more mad because she's not following Justin and she is following accused extortionist Blake Lively and her husband.
A Theory SA. Theory Hoover erased posts with the uncredited director of It Ends to avoid negative comments from fans who feel betrayed and to keep following. Lie accusatively, extortion I extortion, using debate among her audience.
Here's a fan conspiracy that's going viral saying, the reason why I believe Justin Baldoni is because Taylor Swift hasn't defended Blake Lively publicly. You know, hey, it might have some weight. Have a listen.
To say this out loud because I haven't seen anybody else say it. Does nobody else think that Taylor Swift is the dead giveaway? That Taylor Swift is the reason that none of it makes any sense with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? Like, Blake Lively has to be lying about being sexually harassed. And the reason I say that is she couldn't even convince her best friend.
And by the way, other people like Umbrella Guy have said this is why she's doing this fishing expedition with the subpoenas, because they're looking to further smear Justin Baldoni because they don't actually have any evidence of the sexual harassment. And if you really are friends with somebody, like if Taylor Swift really believes Blake, she might say something like, look, let's let this all play out, but I'm standing by my friend. I believe my friend. I think that would be so fair to do. And the fact that Blake hasn't done that at all, I think does speak volumes. Because in the end, if Blake Lively is telling the truth, you wouldn't even want to be friends with Taylor Swift at the end of this because she hasn't had your back. Like, you want your friends to defend you. So the fact that the friends aren't defending you, what does that say? Okay, Lady C is a Twitter account that has gone viral for their sources regarding It Ends With Us. And I'm just going to read what they have to say, because they're putting pressure on Colleen Hoover to throw Blake Lively under the bus.
Taylor Asift Black Swift's own best friend, she has publicly sided with her, raising questions about Lively's claims. Kaif W. Swift, fiercely supporting her friends, defended Lively. It is Lively, suggesting that Lively's allegations against Justin Baldoni are entirely credible. Silence can be louder than words, and words, in this case, a swift decision not to back Lively, could be a subtle indication that there's more to the story than what's being presented.
Okay, I know that everybody is talking about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and obviously all the It Ends With Us drama, but I just learned something that absolutely blew my mind. So literally all this time, I thought that Blake was the one who optioned the rights to It Ends With Us. Like, she's so tight with Colleen Hoover, I thought for sure she was who brought on Justin Baldoni. So I'd been kind of going, ugh, I don't really like the way that she's handling it, but you know, it's her film, it's her movie, her option, her whole thing. I guess she can call the shots. No, because Justin, 5 years ago, was the one who optioned this film. He brought Blake on because Colleen Hoover is such a big fan. This is his film, and he's basically been pushed out by the Blake Lively show. And that breaks my heart because I've always been a fan of Blake Lively. I've been a fan of her relationship with Ryan Reynolds and the way that they parent their kids. I've always been a fan of her, but this has literally just become like the Blake and Ryan show, like promoting Deadpool Wolverine, promoting her hair care line, all of that. But oh my gosh.
The entire controversy has turned into the Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds show. Despite the fact that this was originally Justin Baldwin's project, he was the one who got the rights to adapt It Ends With Us and had full creative control over. The casting baloney personally chose Lively for the lead role, knowing that Colleen Hoover admired her now. However, he is being pushed out of his own movie, making what should have been a celebration of his hard work into a chaotic PR nightmare centered around Lively.
In a sweet birthday post for Colleen Hoover, Blake Lively thanks her for changing her life. She says on the Instagram story, "Everyone who knows this woman is changed for it. She's calm and steady. Her integrity is her foundation. Her humor levels you out of nowhere. Her quiet fortitude is mighty, and she always chooses the kindest path. She loves her fans, she loves her friends, she loves her community, she loves her family, but mostly she loves Diet Pepsi. And oh boy, do we love her." She said, "Happy birthday, Colleen Hoover. My life has changed because of your work, your art, your friendship for good. So many people's have, and we thank you today and every day." I've been curious to see if Justin Baldoni will post anything, but I haven't seen anything yet. But this post from Blake is so cute, and we love their friendship. What do you guys think? Make sure to let us know in the comments and head to Brit.co for more entertainment updates.
When Bela Wena Baloney Hi Lively, Cyan was likely influenced by the fact that Colleen Hoover, the author of Lively, was likely influenced by the fact that Colleen Hoover, the author of Lively, by someone Hoover adored, Badored Walden. And Ringing, the adaptation stayed true to the spirit of the book and would be something the author herself would be excited about. How about that? However, it is regarded as a thoughtful casting. Choice has now turned into a bitter disagreement, likely seeing Lily taking control of the narrative and overshadowing Baldwin's vision for the movie. Live movie. S been vocal about her love for Colleen Hoover Poe Hoover, Instagram stories where she thanked the author for changing her life.
It's really destroying Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's image, bro.
What happened?
It all revolves around like fake allegations towards Justin Baldoni, right? So Blake Lively's claiming that there were sexual assault allegations towards Justin Baldoni, and Justin's like, I have all the receipts, I have all the videos. So it's just a lot of drama.
Do you think this is fake beef like Drake and Kendrick?
No, because I think that for either one of them, it's just like detrimental to their career. You know what I mean?
But it ends with us. I want to make this very clear. Ryan Reynolds, if you get past this clip of us talking about your relationship relationship. Just know, I don't care. I still love you, man.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
love your movies. I love everything you did.
I actually hope things get so complicated and terrible for you guys that you guys break up and then I slide into Blake Lively's life. That's what I.
This situation. This isn't just damaging to one party. It is damaging to both Lively and Baldwin's pictures. Lively, long been seen as an unpro Hollywood star, is now receiving backlash for her part in this legal drama. Meanwhile, Baloney, who is the clear leader of this project, pushed aside Levi's impression that he is losing control over his own movie. This dispute goes the wrong way. It will be for both of them, making it harder for audiences to separate the drama from the film itself.
Which I think is so very interesting, because if her best friend was going through all of this stuff, wouldn't she know about it? She also allegedly believes that Blake timed the meeting between them perfectly, almost like to show off she was best friends with Taylor, or like a show of power or something. And I mean, just imagine having this heated discussion with Blake and her husband, basically feeling teamed up on, and then now Taylor Swift shows up. Justin was probably already feeling like ganged up on, and then boom, the great and powerful Taylor Swift walks in. The source also says that Taylor was completely baffled by Blake characterizing her as a dragon, and that it was weird to say that about a friend, which I don't know if she said that, but I think it's weird too. Like, I've got my dragons. Then the source also told TMZ that Taylor is now believing that Blake has not only used her in this situation, but used her in other situations, like the actress that played the young Lily in the movie. Well, allegedly, Blake told her that Taylor helped cast her, and Taylor says she had nothing to do with it. However, a different source close to Blake told TMZ that basically her and Taylor speak every single day, and to her, their relationship is not strained at all. And I feel like that is very interesting, because I said in my other video that what if this is just like to save face for Taylor? Nevertheless, another source says that Taylor was really upset about the extent that she was involved in this whole debacle. Really, regardless if Taylor is actually upset about what Blake has said, clearly Blake is being dragged in the press, and I feel like her bestie might want to defend her, but I mean, what do I know? Maybe she knows stuff about her best friend that we don't know. Maybe they're all in cahoots together. Who really knows? I don't know. Now, like I said earlier, Justin's lawyer has published this website that contains the lawsuit filing and all of their supposed receipts, y'all, and it is a lot. It's actually an amended version of Justin's lawsuit, and it has 168 pages from start to finish, with all kinds of timeline.
For years, she has been using her close friendship with Taylor Swift to bolster her public image, ensuring people connect her with one of the most powerful women in entertainment. She referred to Swift as a dragon, using her strength and influence.
And money is on Blake Lively being wrong. All right, you guys, it is Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni Day. Finally. I've been teasing that all week, and let me just say to all the women out there that are watching, no matter what you do in life, you never, ever, ever go full Amber Heard.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you. Do you like the movie? Are you a Woody Allen fan? I love most of his movies, and this one was so visually amazing. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
The internet started pulling out these clips, and suddenly there were these headlines, and people were just very upset with Blake Lively.
Lively was already facing criticism for past interviews, where her remarks and attitude did not sit well with the public. Some viewers felt she came across as arrogant or dismissive, leading to a decline in her popularity just as she was. Beginning to recover from this backlash, she filed a lawsuit against Baloney, reigniting negative attention. Instead of rebuilding her reputation, she has now placed herself in an even more controversial position, making it harder for audiences to support her without hesitation.
we all didn't like the way this film was being marketed.
Yeah.
Okay? We all thought it was cringe. And Blake was in that video being rude to the reporter.
And also there was the video of her saying something about I think the reporter asked her, like, how can fans connect with you about with this character or something? And she's like, okay, do you want me to share my location or something? She's just very sarcastic and snarky and just didn't come across well.
I will just say this. It really reminds me of Housewives. A lot of times what they say is like, you can blame a bad edit. Like Blake's trying to blame this smear campaign.
Yeah.
But they can't show things you didn't say.
Correct.
And in a lot of these clips and like evidence of Blake being cringe and being rude, Blake did those things. And Blake did use the film as a moment to launch a hair care business.
Right.
And promoting her alcohol brand, Betty Buzz, it's just not a good look when you're promoting also a film about domestic violence.
Well, I think too, it was just a lot of like all about Blake, all about how this is how I styled it. This is my hair care line, my Betty Buzz, whatever. It was just a lot about her and how this was her vision.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people felt like it didn't land for people.
That's it for today's video, and stay until next time.